Hello, lovely art nerds. I apologize. I was trying a different camera angle and I did not realize when I started that it was not lined up. So, parts of this are cut off and I do kind of move them around a little bit, but I apologize in general for sucking. I definitely need to pay more attention to where I'm putting my camera. I don't have a lot of room. I've said in other videos for my tripod on my desk, and yeah. Also, my camera is heavier than my tripod, so I have like pocket watches on hair ties that I stick onto my tripod to keep it like weighted down, but then sometimes the legs get weighted down, so then it shifts and things like this happen. So I apologize. I'll do better in the future. Anyway, so aside from that, you will eventually see all of it. Goodness. I this isn't for my either of the series that I normally have on here. It's not for the Not Your Basic Witch series or for the prompt series. This was just kind of a doodle that I did in my sketchbook. I was trying at the beginning of the month to do a full spread in my sketchbook every day, and that didn't work. Partly because I was exhausted, and on days that like I knew I couldn't get 2 pages done, I didn't even do 1 page, which is not the way to approach that sort of behavior, just for reference. But the other thing was that I got really sick for the last like week. I've had the flu, so that's been exciting. But yeah, so this was kind of a doodle that I did in my sketchbook, and it was kind of like a thumbnail actually, and it took up like a fourth of the page. I was just like, oh, I want to practice drawing like rocks and the kind of cliff faces that you see in like the southwest of the United States. And I started doing that, and I was like, oh, I want to make some little like islands in the sky sort of Studio Ghibli style kind of thing, because that's what I was thinking of, and reminding myself that I needed to watch all of my Studio Ghibli movies again because I love them. And this kind of happened. I really did the sketch so fast that it stuck in my brain, because even though I did it so quickly, I still really liked the atmosphere of it. And I was like, hey, what the heck? That's not going to be a hard thing to draw. So yeah, I did it. Transferred it over to like real size paper, and here we are watercoloring it. So ideas, they happen. Yeah, I think that's basically how this came about. I definitely need to work on skies and clouds. I think that sometimes I think about the things that I need to practice on watercolor, and I'm like, oh, I'll make a piece to practice that thing. Like, oh, I'll make a piece to practice doing that pretty red, sort of like orange rock faces like this. Like, I have never done this before. So obviously the decision to do it is, oh, I'll just wing this. And I should actually like sit down in a sketchbook and do like studies, like pull up photographs of clouds and pull up photographs of skies and rocks apparently, and just do some actual practice with references and not just kind of wing it, because nothing in this picture was from a photo reference. Like, I didn't look at any photo references. I was just pulling from my brain of, this seems like a cool shape to do. This seems like a cool shape to do. And I have visited, my mom lives in Arizona, and I have a friend that lives in Colorado, and I've done some driving in between. And I live in New England, by the way. There's nothing like this. There's nothing like this near me. It's all trees and like baby mountains. But just the memories that I have of driving past those like sheer rock, like cliff kind of faces, and when I've been to the Grand Canyon, it reminds me a lot of this, and they're just so impressive and strange. It's bizarre to me that we have things like that in this country, because where I live in the US is completely different. But I wanted to kind of remember the time that I'd had there, and I just sort of wung how I did this with no visual reference. It was just my brain. And I feel like I definitely did a good job, but I could do better. So I want to actually practice this again. I'm really happy with how this piece turned out for how simple and little it is. And I wanted to have a character in it, and I didn't really know what to do. And just on impulse, I sketched in the original, like, thumbnail, I guess, that I did in my sketchbook, a little girl with a bee on a leash. And that just stuck because I really liked it. So I hope that you like it too, even though it was filmed poorly. I apologize again. I will do better in the future. Yeah. Also, sorry for my shaky camera-ness as I'm trying to give you close-ups of things, because clearly I'm doing a good job. Yeah, that's all I have for you right now. I will see you later this week with another video. Let me know how you feel about this one down in the comments. And yeah, I think that's all I've got. Go make something, my lovely art nerds.